please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Bunton.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Dempsey.
Here.
Ford.
Here.
Fournier.
Here.
Krupp.
Here.
Menser.
Here. Announcements, my voice is changing. Announcements, acknowledgements, communications, and reports. Do we have any? Okay. Adoption of the agenda.
Move to it. Go ahead. Move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
Roll call.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Krupp.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Bunton.
Lockton, yes.
Okay, public participation. This is the time that you may address this body. All we ask is that you give us your name, residential address, and you adhere to our 3-minute rule. Mic is open.
Wendy Cobb, 68 Robertson Street, Mount Clemens, Michigan.
Yeah, there you go.
Prevail Academy is an elementary and middle school on Cass Avenue that has many students who walk to and from school. They also have many students who are driven to and from school. Getting into the parking lot and out of the parking lot during drop-off and pickup hours is very dangerous and difficult. There are tractor trailers from Powder Coat pulling off of or onto Rose Street, making an already difficult situation even worse. There's a traffic light on Cass Avenue by Mount Clemens High School for students who are ages 15 to 18, but no traffic light at Rose and Cass, where you have children as young as 5 years and 6 years old crossing the street. I even fear for the safety of the teachers who assist the students across the street at Cass and Rose. A traffic light could be programmed to flash yellow on Cass Avenue and red on Rose Street 22 hours a day and change to a regular red and green traffic signal between the hours of 7:15 a.m. and 8:15 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. I would hate to see someone in a serious accident, either pedestrian or vehicle, before something is done about this dangerous situation, and I would like to know what needs to be done to get a traffic light on Cass Avenue and Rose Street. Thank you.
Should we answer that?
Yeah, I have to
You want to answer it? Just check the
It's not
time.
hard.
Yeah,
She's right there.
name's
ma'am,
Wendy.
that section of that street is actually owned by the county and is under the county's jurisdiction. So a traffic light would have to go through the county, not through the municipality, to be installed there. You're welcome.
Okay.
Gloria Haller, 260 Cass. The bad news is, I guess some of you thought I died. The good news is I'm still here, for some. Collected some papers, been listening to a lot of people, hearing a lot of people. I know you don't want to believe it, but if y'all recall, I spent quite a few years where it was prosecution is a form of persecution, and people are aware of that, and so they're a little leery of the city, and for good reason. I mean, I sat in courtroom with a commissioner and a mayor just waiting for me to get fined and go to jail, and it turned out in order for me to get fined and go to jail, that commissioner would have to too, and so I never did any time. It's amazing. But that's just the little kind of things that go on at the city, and so people are a little leery about coming and complaining or saying anything. The topic that keeps coming up in the months since I haven't been coming here is, why isn't there a city manager? Well, I've reminded people that the city's probably being run better now than it was with one. I also like to remind people that in the 64 years since the charter took effect and we were supposed to have a city manager, we've only had 2 that were any good, and the rest of them were really losers, including a couple of perverts that have done time for criminal sexual, okay? 3, come to think of it. Number's getting up there. So I think we don't need a city manager. As much as people are trying to get me, and I tell them, if you want a city manager, go up there and tell them. I don't think so. I don't think we can bother with one. I think we should go back to the pre-charter form of government where there is no city manager, there is no city commission, and things ran pretty well then because representation was throughout the city. The biggest gripe that people have is that only one area of the city seems to get representation. And it's not the northwest, the northeast, or the southeast. And if you follow the politics as I have since 1889, since the first election, the power grid pre-charter was throughout the city. There was equal representation. There was a few from here, a few from there, a few. And following the imposition, and I'll say it that way, of the charter in '54, first the northeast quadrant lost power, meaning they had no representation. Then the northwest, then the southeast. And it all kind of comma-shaped into the southwest quadrant where it has resided ever since. So I would suggest that we just go to a ward system of government. The other ways are too cumbersome, but that's going to require a ballot initiative petition, and I'm through doing this stuff. So anybody wants to do it, let me know, and I'll correct you. But actually, all you have to do is see the city clerk and ask him for a ballot initiative, and that's how you do it.
Thank you. Anyone else? No.
Ruth Redford, 184 Washington, Clemens.
Ruth, pull that up a little bit now for you. There you go. Thank you.
I've spoken before regarding the conditional rezoning of the property at 205 Washington, and the last time it was up before the board, someone said during part of the discussion that there's really no good outcome with this. You were torn, and eventually it was turned down the first time. And I don't know if there are other properties like this in residential neighborhoods that are zoned light industrial, and I wish that there could be an ordinance that would make the property fit the surrounding area once it was sold, and that it could go into single-family zoning, but that's not one of the options as part of this conditional rezoning proposal. So a lot of my fears have been addressed, and I know that the owner did meet with the neighbors and made some changes. And the way I understand it, it is a conditional rezoning only for the purpose of the adult foster care facility, and it won't stay multifamily if it's sold, so it won't be turned into apartments by somebody else. And while it's not ideal, the proposed usage sounds like a better fit for our neighborhood than a tool and die shop or an auto repair shop, because I've gotten a list of what light industrial things could go in. And also last night, I looked up on the website the master plan. According to the master plan, I guess it was recommended for that site to transition to business incubators. I don't even know what that is. Artisan studios, work lofts, and showrooms of custom furniture and things like that. Anyway, none of those things seem like they would be as good as the adult foster care, because at least people would be living there, and I do think that the property would be kept up. So other than single family, that's better than industrial. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Lori Fertig. I live at 104 Parkview, right across from that property. I agree with Ruth on everything she said. It may not be our best solution, but compared to what it could be, I'm satisfied with it. We have talked to the builders, and I do agree. I think they'll keep the property up. I think it'll be an improvement over what it is right now. So I agree with it. I think it's a good idea. Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. No administrative responses, so I need a motion to approve the minutes from previous meetings.
Motion to approve the minutes from November 16th and from the special organization meeting of 11/13/2017.
Support.
Roll call.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fournier, Crab,
Yes.
Menzer,
Yep.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Okay, general business, 9A. This is a second public hearing on special assessment for the downtown maintenance program. Need a motion to open public hearing.
Move to open the second public hearing of the downtown maintenance program.
Support.
This date has been set as the second public hearing for the downtown maintenance program. The purpose of the second public hearing is to review and confirm the special assessment roll as prepared by the city assessor.
Questions? Oh, this is a public hearing, so if anybody has anything they'd like to say, please come up.
Gloria Haller, 260 Cass. I'm going to say something because there's a lot of confusion about it, and especially one of the business owners downtown always complains that there's something wrong or illegal, blah, blah, blah. I just want to remind everybody, or tell those who didn't know to begin with, that this arrangement for this routine maintenance agreement was done at the request and behest of the business owners in the DDA. So anybody that doesn't like it needs to talk to your other business owners, not the city commission.
Thank you. Anyone else? Need a motion to close the public hearing and confirm the assessment.
Move to close the second public hearing for the downtown maintenance program and confirm special assessment roll number 18-01.
Support.
Any questions on the board? Roll call, please.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier. Crab.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Bunting.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes. 9B, introduction and first reading of an ordinance authorizing the conditional rezoning of the property located at 205 Washington from I-1 light industrial to RM1 multiple family residential. Need a motion?
Move to approve the introduction and first reading of an ordinance authorizing the conditional rezoning of 205 Washington from I-1 light industrial to RM1 multiple family residential, subject to a site plan and conditional rezoning agreement, and set the second reading and adoption for December 4th, 2017.
Support.
On November 8th, 2017, the Planning Commission held a public hearing on a conditional rezoning request for property located at 205 Washington. The request would rezone property from I-1 light industrial to RM1 multiple family residential, subject to a site plan and conditional rezoning agreement. The Planning Commission passed a motion unanimously recommending that the City Commission approve this request. All related documentation is attached for your review.
Questions, comments from the board?
Comment.
Commissioner Button?
I would just like to thank the owners for going and meeting with the citizens and discussing it. And I think you cleared up the questions that they might have had. And I think, again, as they have stated, it is the best use for that property as it is zoned and as it is at this point in time. So thank you for pursuing it afterwards.
Commissioner Menser?
So on page 17, it said that you were moving all parking spaces off Park onto Washington, and the drawing still has parking spaces. Is that?
That's not correct. So
Come on, Joe.
My name's Joe Nahas. I live at 1315 Southgate, Sterling Heights. So what we've done is we've adjusted the parking on Parkwood, so we've eliminated some of the spots on Parkview. So we went from, I think we had 11, we went to 5, I believe, on Parkview. And then what we did is we created this landscape area for actually Lori's house is about right here. So when she's on her front porch, she won't be looking at any cars. So we pushed all, this was all parking at one time. So what we did is we eliminated these spaces, put them over here, and push this parking back towards the existing industrial in the back. So we didn't eliminate all the spots on Parkview, so that may be worded wrong.
Okay. Did you have any plans to renovate the outside of the building so it looked less like a church and more like a, you know?
Yeah, we're changing the actual, the entry, we're adding a side porch, we're adding dormers on the, you know, This is gonna be the porch area. Actually, these little windows are coming out. We're gonna put larger windows in there, but this is pretty much what it's gonna look like. So we're gonna add these dormers, we're gonna add a porch, and lots of, all new windows, new roof, everything. So it's
Okay.
gonna be an expensive overall.
And then the only other thing I wondered about, and it kind of sounds weird, but you have 2.5 bathrooms, single-stall bathrooms for 16 residents. You think that's enough?
It is, yeah, it's enough. That's more than what's required, actually. Yeah, it's more than what's required, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to abide by the state law for the interior build out of the facility, so that's more than what's required from the state of Michigan. And those are large bathrooms with roll-in showers, so when it's, when it's time to assist in bathing with the residents there, that they'll be big enough, comfortable enough to be able to roll in. Someone will be able to walk around and clean them appropriately, so.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Great job
Great.
again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crap.
Yes.
Menzer.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Okay, 9C, approval of the vehicle lease agreement between SMART and the City of Mount Clemens for a passenger bus. Need a motion.
Move to approve the agreement between the Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation, better known as SMART, and the City of Mount Clemens as presented, and to authorize the execution of the contract by the appropriate city officials.
Support.
Attached is an agreement between the Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation and the City of Mount Clemens to receive a new bus. In November of 2016, City Administration applied for and received federal funds for a new shopper bus for the enhanced mobility of seniors and individuals with disabilities. The attached agreement outlines the responsibilities and obligations of the city and SMART, as well as the conditions for the use of the project vehicle distributed by SMART. The agreement conditions are consistent with the conditions in the previously approved specialized services contract between the city and SMART for all of the buses that the city currently utilizes. This agreement has been reviewed by the city attorney's office.
Okay, comments, questions? Commissioner Menzer?
So I just want to congratulate Jeff, because I'm assuming it was Jeff Wood that got the funds. Thank you very much. You're just awesome at that. And the second question I have, is this an additional shopper or replacement of the old shopper?
Yeah, if you recall, we actually wrote a different grant that we received that expanded the shopper services. And so this is a larger bus that's kind of going to replace, but so that we can expand those services.
Good, okay.
My question was similar. Did Jeff get the grant? So.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Crap.
Yes.
Menzer.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
9D, approve purchases and a payment of invoices.
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Menzer.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crap.
Yes.
Okay, consent agenda.
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crap.
Yes.
Menzer.
Yes.
Okay, city manager's report.
A reminder that city offices will be closed on Thursday, November 23rd and Friday, November 24th for the Thanksgiving holiday. Thursday's refuse pickup will be delayed until Friday, and Friday's refuse pickup will be delayed until Saturday. The curbside compost pickup season is scheduled to end on Friday, December 8th, 2017. And please consider shopping and supporting the downtown businesses on Saturday, November 25th for Small Business Saturday, as well as throughout the holiday season. The Downtown Development Authority has begun its free after 3 parking program that will allow visitors to park at no cost after 3 p.m. during the week. And parking is always free on Saturdays and Sundays.
Commissioner Mensah?
Could you just clarify the dates? How long will the free after 3 parking go on? January 1?
Yeah, January 1st.
January, okay, thank you.
I think it's actually like the 3rd or something, but it's January
Okay.
1st.
Throughout the holidays, let's just
Yes,
say that.
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, let's start with Commissioner Mensah.
So on Veterans Day, the AMVET Post did a really wonderful ceremony right out in front of the fire department. There were probably, 50 to 60 people there. There was a new brick that was dedicated for Grady Jones Sr. He was a U.S. Army medic in World War II from March of 1943 to December of 45. Quite a few members of his family came. It was a really wonderful event. The 21 gun salute, taps, and the bagpiper. It was a really moving ceremony, and I was very happy to be able to take part of that. And I just wanted to follow up with, Assistant City Manager Jeff Wood said, Small Business Saturday. I've said before, it is up to us as citizens to utilize our small businesses and to, make our presence known in the downtown area. So I would encourage everybody who can, go to the malls on Friday, go downtown on Saturday and use some of our local businesses. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Ford?
Anybody that did not attend Saturday's parade is crazy. It was a real nice parade. The mayor did a nice job. Mrs. Weiss did a nice job. Should have been there. The people it was nice. That's my comments.
Thank you for driving one of the
Oh, yeah.
cars.
I got to drive a Mustang.
That's right. Brand new.
Yep, ran out of gas.
Were you still in the parade when it ran out?
No.
No?
No.
Taking it back? Oh.
You took long.
Commissioner Fournier?
Thank you. I want to thank the city, Mayor Dempsey, and the DDA for the parade and the tree lighting. Both were great events and well attended, so it was very nice to be a part of that. And, this is also a special time of year when we focus on all the blessings we've received. And I'm always thankful for my family, my faith, my friends, my health, and to live in this country where we have so many opportunities. So this year, I want to say a special thank you for all the support and encouragement to the residents of Mount Clemens, as well as all the city employees who gave me enough reading material for the next year. But I feel very, very fortunate to represent the residents and to live in this city with such a rich history and the promise of a very great future. I will do all I can to represent, promote, and support Mount Clemens, not only as a loyal resident, but as a city commissioner. Thank you and happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Thank you. Commissioner Button?
Okay, I would first like to welcome Commissioner Fournier. I'm sure you will be an asset to the commission, and I look forward to serving with you. I think you're going to do a great job.
Thank you.
I'd like to also thank Mayor Dempsey and Mr. Wise and all the people who participated in this great Santa Parade. It was the biggest ever. I think that it was one of the greatest ever. I got to drive the Grand Marshal, so I really felt big. I think that it went very, very well. Great participation. I don't know if it was because we had the weatherman as our Grand Marshal, or it's because we had so many people praying for no rain that our parade went off perfectly with no rain. And so we thank everybody that was involved with that. I know that those are the two people in front, but I'm sure there were many hundreds others that were involved with it, and you all did an excellent job. November 23rd is National Day of Listening, and it honors teachers. So it's a day to thank teachers. If you have had a teacher that meant something special to you or encouraged you in some way, then you can take a few moments and thank them for their efforts. Also, I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Find something to be thankful for. Even if you've had a rough time in the past few days, weeks, months, or years, there's still something that you can find to be thankful for. Find it and dwell on it. If you have been blessed with health, wealth, peace, comfort, shelter, food, or any of life's necessities, take a moment and be thankful for them before you eat too much and enjoy the Thanksgiving football games. Just wisdom. So enjoy the little things in life, for one day you may find that they were really the big things. And I've been using George Carlin in his paradoxes of our times, and I'd like to throw a couple at you and see what you think. We write more but learn less. We build more computers to hold more information, to produce more copies than ever before, but we communicate less and less. And with that, we'll say good night.
Thank you. Commissioner Krapp.
I didn't get a chance, since I was out of town, to say thank you for the service that former Commissioner Hill spent on this board for several years. So hopefully you're watching, Lois, and thank you very much for all of your service. And to that, I'd like to congratulate, since while I was gone, newly elected City Commissioner Laura Fournier. I'm really excited to get to work with you on the board, and I think you're going to do a great job. So congratulations. I want to remind everyone that the fall cleanup ends December 8th. So rake your leaves, pull those weeds that are hopefully now dying, but I'll start complaining about them in the spring again. Make sure that you get all of your cleanup done before those bags aren't going to be picked up after December 8th. My coffee talk was canceled for November because you couldn't get across town for the parade, which was great. My boys enjoyed the parade as well. They said they got more candy than Halloween, standing out there having it thrown at them. So, and they were eating it at the same time, just opening, eating, catching. So my coffee talk for December will be December 12th and December 16th, both at John's Family Grill, both at 9:30 a.m. The 12th is a Tuesday and the 16th is a Saturday. So if you would like to come out and hear about upcoming events in Mount Clemens, current things, current topics, and then just have questions, come and join us. I have been getting a lot of complaints about traffic in the neighborhoods, and not traffic as in heavy traffic, but traffic as in people speeding through the neighborhoods. And while we'd all like to think that it's people who are, happen to be driving through Mount Clemens, the reality of that is we're all driving too fast, and we need to slow down, because we don't want it to be a tragic thing that happens in Mount Clemens and then we have to react. While we as a commission discussed it in our work session that we can try to increase traffic enforcement, the real enforcement is encouraging your neighbors to slow down, encouraging your loved ones to slow down, and making sure that while you're driving through the neighborhoods that you understand that it's 25 miles an hour down our side streets. Even if they're wide side streets, you should be driving slow. You don't want to hit a kid. So that I'll get off my soapbox on that, but since I have a 7 and a 10-year-old, it rings close to my heart. I had the opportunity to go to Spain in the last 2 weeks. I'm a little jet lagged. And while there, we were in the Barcelona area, and they are fighting for independence in Spain. And they had a 2 million person protest while we were there. And it was incredible to see. And it was incredible to hear the story of oppression for 600 years. And it made me thankful that this week is Thanksgiving, and we did get to visit Christopher Columbus's tomb, which was very interesting. But it made me very thankful to live in a country that we can protest if we want to. We can vote, and our elections are upheld. And it made me really, thankful to come home to what we have. So while it's not perfect, and I complain about the weeds, and I complain about people speeding down the street, it was good to come home. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Campbell.
I would like to welcome Commissioner Fournier. She'll be a great asset here. I would also like to say that the parade was beautiful. I had a great time, particularly that it didn't rain. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Commissioner Campbell, Commissioner Ford, Commissioner Button. Yeah, switching around now has got me, for being part of the parade and volunteering your services, as so many did this year. We had way over 175 people that have volunteered for the parade, which was outstanding. We had more sponsors than we've ever had before, and all the sponsors are businesses within our community who supported this. So that says a lot when you have as many sponsors as we were able to get, and all the participants. And this year we had 5 bands, which is the first time we've ever had 5 big bands, which was fantastic. So, and Andrew Humphrey did a fantastic job. He stayed for the whole parade, which most grand marshals do not. We don't pay the grand marshals. But he stayed right up on stage, and he just participated with Patrick Lendenberry, who was our main announcer on the stage, and they just had a great time. And the parade was wonderful. I want to thank all my supporters, that worked there, the volunteers, and the 13 people that we have on the main core of the parade committee. They have been with this committee since back 13 years ago, when we ended up saving the parade when it was going to disappear. And one of the things I do want to say is, a lot of people, not a lot, but some have complained because it was a tradition for their family to have the parade after Thanksgiving, the Friday after Thanksgiving. And as much as I appreciate that it was a tradition that they had, I had a situation where I had 13 to 15 people on the core committee who start planning this in June who did not have that opportunity to have a tradition with their families. Many of them couldn't even cook Thanksgiving dinner because we were still working on things on Wednesday night late, and they couldn't spend the time with their family on the day after Thanksgiving because they had to be downtown by 7 o'clock in the morning, and they couldn't go away for the weekend. So it was either moving the parade and keeping it, which of course we all wanted to do, to keep this tradition going. Next year it'll be 43 years, or not have a parade at all. I think these people deserved their time, and we also were having a difficult time getting bands because schools were out and they wanted the weekend off. So I think overall it was a great move, and I apologize to those families whose tradition has been uprooted a little bit, but start a new tradition. And just be thankful that we still have it. That's what I'd say. So that being said about the parade, I do want to congratulate Mr. Ford, Commissioner Menser, and Laura Fournier. Congratulations. I look forward to working with you. I think we have a very cohesive group here, and we're looking to do great things in the next couple of years. So welcome on board. I love having you. And with that, I think we'll call it an evening. We need a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Support.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Adjourned.